one of the aliens had like disguised itself as like this weird like kind of cloth,
Yeah.
and then it grabbed onto her leg, and she was like explaining how and why the alien got onto the ship in the second one, and then all of a sudden we realized, like I like grabbed her. I was like, no, this cloth isn't right. I pulled it off her leg, and then I took this lighter and I lit it on fire, and it started to scream and all this stuff, like kind of like the Thing when Kurt Russell had he took I think it was a paper clip, right, and heated it up and put it in the guy's blood, and that shit was crazy. But then all of a sudden it turned to like Ripley got taken by the alien, like grew in size, and it started to like rip her apart, and I'm like staring directly at her, like seeing everything going on. And there's another guy there who another alien came, but it was weird, like I didn't have a shirt on for some reason, and I had to grab my I was trying to get my shirt on, but it was like real slow. And like in my head I'm like, no, this can't be real, but this is real, it can't be real, this got to be a dream. And then I woke up, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it was a dream. Super weird.
That is a weird dream.
It really is, man. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, were you playing like Alien Isolation or any?
No, that's what I understand, man. I mean, I know, like I saw the video. I sent you the video about the UFOs, but like those alien movies. Thing? Yeah, those aliens don't have really anything to do with, I don't know.
You think they don't?
I know.
Think they don't.
Okay, don't tell me that. All right.
I was trying to send you, because I know you. I remember like a week or two ago. I was sending you this stuff. I was like, look at this, look at this, look at this. It'll make your imagination go crazy. And you were, I'm not watching it. I'm out in the middle of the desert by myself in the dark. I'm
not doing that. You lost your mind. I watched the Joe Rogan podcast and that was as far as I can go, but that was during the day too. So
it was not like just the speculation of it, because we don't know what they are. So the responsible thing is to say, we don't know what they are. Let's look into it. The irresponsible thing to say is, we don't know what they are. It must be aliens.
I saw this video. Yeah. I saw this video. It said there's so many crazy things going on in the world right now. The government is literally admitting that there's UFOs and no one cares. He was like, the Jeffrey Epstein case and these UFOs should be the biggest stories of all time, and no one really cares. I was like, that. Yeah, it's because of the gas prices. Yeah, the gas prices are so fucking high. That's why people are like, I don't care. UFOs, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. I can't go down the block in my car right now.
Yeah.
Wood is 3 times the amount. I still haven't figured out why wood went up. I don't understand that. Is there a shortage of trees? I don't understand why. I saw some articles like wood prices triple or quadruple, and I'm like,
a lot of things are. Apparently now a lot of restaurants are. Their prices are going up, all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's what happens when you raise minimum wage. I'm guessing it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to raise it to a really high level. Like I can see like a floor, like a bottom, because those jobs are supposed to be for people coming out of high school before they go to college and whatever. It's like a little so they can make some cash before.
Sure.
They go on to the next thing. But then people are like, well, I want to make a living being a bartender or, a waiter or something like that, like a really good living. And it's like,
you can't do that. Maybe a manager.
Well, I can understand being a bartender and getting cash and tips and stuff like that. They can make it live. They can make a good living.
Yeah. Especially if you're like a really attractive woman. Like, yeah.
They can make hundreds of dollars a night. Yeah, exactly. How much money you've given attractive waitresses just for what should I buy? What is your special here? Oh, okay, I'll have that. And they pick the most expensive thing on the menu. But it doesn't make sense to me to raise it to such a degree that all the other jobs see that and then go, well, if they get that, the percentage gap that we used to have in between the two of our jobs is going to be there now. So it just raises the salary of all of the other jobs. So if the bottom jobs get raised, then the top, so everything just seems to me that everything will get like the Applebee's 2 for $20. Do you remember that meal thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to get an appetizer and 2 meals for $20.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 2 for $27 now. So I'm like, why? Exactly.
$7 more? Well, I'd say 30 with tax.
Well, yeah, it's $30. So I'm just sitting there like, why did it go up that much? And as the country, like inflation's always going to go up. It's never going to go down.
Well, yeah. I mean, that part I understand.
But to the extent, I'm just like, ugh.
Let's do the intro.
I'm saying we could add that into it. Is there anything you want to talk about specifically?
Just a couple things about Biomutant. I tried out Call of the Sea.
Finally.
And then look. Okay, look, man. All right.
I don't want to hear it. You had plenty of time.
No. Okay. You play the same damn games. All right.
Except the ones that you tell. I'm not asking you to play 5 or 10 games.
First of all, the games that I picked, you loved. You're like, okay, yeah, it's really, really cool. So go fuck yourself.
I didn't love Second Extinction. I thought it was okay, cool, but I didn't love it.
You barely played it.
I played it for like 2 or 3 hours. Me and Corie I played it by myself for an hour or two. Realized.
Well, no, you don't want to play that game.
Single player game.
No, you don't want to play a game by yourself.
Exactly.
It's more like 2, 3
into it, and you were like, I don't play co-op, and then you hopped on and played.
First of all, I started playing on PC first. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say you. I didn't say I played it first.
You said you got me on it. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
To play it, me and Corie were gonna play it, and then I had to get you onto it. It's like, hey, come play with us, and then and then Corie was like, come play, Ray, and then you're like, okay.
I wanted to play Second Extinction.
That's how it happened, but that's how it happened.
That's not even remotely how it happened. I wanted to play Second Extinction, you fuck.
That's fine. And then you
were
like, I can't play Sea of Thieves either because my it's laggy. It's laggy.
It was really laggy.
It's perfectly fine. And doesn't make any sense at all.
I get off. Honestly, I think what it is, I think it's just because there's less stuff on the boat. And then once Corie got off, I could go on the islands and everything was fine. So I think it has to do with how many people are in the server. Honestly, I think that's what it is.
But like, what do you mean when Corie got, like, she signed off the game?
Yeah, when she signed off the game, like I could go on islands perfectly fine with no lag whatsoever when it was just you and I playing.
Huh. That's interesting.
It's really strange.
Well, let's get the intro out of the way.
Yeah,
everybody, welcome to the Video Games and Nonsense podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Chase Carter. And that's...
Raymond, what?
What's that? Okay. I don't know what that was.
I do whatever face I want.
Then why do you pick that face?
This is why we talk about video games and nonsense. Oh, shit. I stole it.
This is not why. You said why.
I said where.
Where we talk about video games. I'll have to go back and look at it and see if it's true and accurate. Mm-hmm. This is where we talk about video games and nonsense and what we've been playing lately. So, Ray, what have you been playing lately?
I've been playing your mom a little bit.
I actually saw my mom this last weekend, and you weren't there. So
that's true. Well, you asked what I was doing, and I said, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I don't want to hang out with you.
No, you were gonna go pick up your mother at the airport. I'm not spending another 2 hours in the car.
I didn't tell you to come with. I said after. I said you want to hang out after. You fucking imbecile.
Oh, I didn't.
You nincompoop.
I don't read well.
Clearly.
I thought I was invited to the trip to go get your mother.
No. My God, man, I was driving my dad. Whoo, that was the worst. That was the worst. Wait, look. Okay, so he's like, we got to pick up cigarettes. So you know how we can go the back way down 138 from our house? We just take Rock Springs Road down to Main Street, take a left on Main Street, go all the way down Ranchero, and then just... Okay. My dad's like, I got to get cigarettes. I got to get smokes.
People who smoke, and then when they're in your car, you have to stop to go get cigarettes. Like, that's what, like...
Look, no, here's a problem. So we went all the way down Main Street, like halfway down Main Street, to the cigarette shop down there. Like, why are we going to this one? We could have taken, on Tuzzing Ranch, instead of taking a left on the Main Street, we could have taken a right onto Bear Valley, go all the way down to the Food for Less, where the cigarette shop is there. Then just go back down Kiowa, all the way back down Main Street, take the 138. No, instead, my dad is old and decrepit, so he goes all the way down Main Street, and then it would have taken us a lot longer if we backtracked down all the way down Main Street. So we went the regular way down fucking 15 freeway. Keep in mind, this is Memorial Weekend. Dude, we get on the 15 freeway. We're going, where you finally get down where it starts going down the pass?
Yeah.
We instantly hit traffic. It was like a 26-minute delay. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Okay, look, here's the problem. My dad, I noticed that as he's getting older, I think he's like 57, 58, his driving is getting a little worse. He was driving like 30 miles an hour on Main Street. It's like 35, 40. He's like driving even slower. We see the car stopped. He almost slams on the brakes. Where's your hazard lights? I'm like, what are you talking about? They're going to run into us behind us. I'm like, calm down. Relax. No, they're not going to run into us. Like, just slow down. I'm like, I should have drove. I should have fucking drove.
Well, was he driving your car, their car?
Yeah, he was driving my car.
Yeah, why didn't you drive your car?
I don't know. I didn't want to drive that day. I should have, though. I'm like, oh. But anyways.
Yeah, with my dad becoming almost 90, I'm like,
shit, that's crazy.
I'll come pick you up because I went to Denny's. I was like, I'll come pick you up. He's like, no, I can drive. It's right up the street.
Nope.
I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. Okay, fine.
You get there. Takes you about 20 minutes to get there. Takes 45 minutes. Where the hell are you? Still on the road.
We actually got there at surprisingly, exact same time. It was perfect timing. Yeah, so. But it was nice seeing family and everything. So.
Good.
Can't really complain. So what were you want to talk about Biomutant? I heard there's issues. There is a article, not to cut you off. There's some kind of update. Let me see where.
Yeah. So the devs, they're actually really apparently they're really going to be addressing a lot of the people's concerns and complaints. I would say my biggest complaint with the game is there is a significant amount of copy and paste when it comes to. So, for instance, this is what I don't like. It's bad. It's really bad. Yeah, address the narrator. Like the narrator's fine.
I heard some people don't like it. Like
no, but you can turn it down. You can turn down he reads every single dialogue, and then it says dialogue pacing. The dialogue with each character is stupid long. You literally skip. I'm skipping through it. Just I don't care. Like nobody who ever plays that game doesn't care about the dialogue whatsoever.
Yes, we're working on the pacing of the dialogue, narrator settings, difficulty settings.
So bad. But another thing is. When, like I said, the copy and paste. So you can loot certain things from cars, from the trunks of cars, and there'll be a broken down van, and you go up to the driver side door of the van is busted off, and there's a little chest. But it'll be the van, and then it'll be a car behind the van, and they'll literally copy and paste that in a bunch of different areas on the map. Same thing with if you a lot of caves, most of the caves and most of the little dungeons are all copy and paste. And it's the most laziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The combat is really cool. The crafting is awesome.
It's not procedurally generated, is it? It's the same thing being used. It's just a design, an artist actually made them.
Yeah. They made one or two and then said, all right, well, I guess we'll just copy and paste them for the rest of them. I'm like, what? Whose idea was that? Fire them immediately. Fire them. The team, whoever did that, because that's the worst. I think this game was announced in 2017 and it was released in 2021. 4 years and you have to copy and paste? No. No, that should never be acceptable at all, ever. 4 years in the making, and you have to copy and paste. The map isn't even that big. I can understand if the map was one of the biggest maps in all open world games. It's not. It's the smallest. So there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse at all. And then the storyline is very dry. It's very straightforward. You go take over the other tribes, and then you kill the world eaters, and that's it. Now, however, I will say there are a fucking stupid amount of side quests, ridiculous amount. It's that I really, really like. I really like that. That's
Are they
really
fun side quests? Are they
yeah, some of them are.
like
No,
go
some
here,
of them
get this,
are,
bring it back?
but some of them are. Some of them, what I don't necessarily like is they only give you experience points. That's it. They don't give you. It's not like, hey, do this, and then you get. Like there are certain like the area that you go into where the side quest is, there'll be like different weapons and different loot and stuff like that. But the quest itself doesn't give you any actual loot, which is really strange. Which is So
Okay.
but like I said, the combat is really fun. But then another problem is the combat is stupid easy. Like I'm going up against level like there's enemies that are like 3-4 levels above me, and all I got to do is just sit there and boom 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 boom, and I see their health just and they're dead within seconds. Giant, huge enemies, bosses, dead within seconds.
Playing on? Because you usually play on normal. Yeah.
No, I'm just medium. But even on hard, like people, I saw like a couple reviews.
Bump it up and see
people,
what happens.
I maybe, but like I was gonna say, like even people on hard, they say like you get to a certain point where it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Is that the last difficulty setting, or is there something above that?
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's just hard.
Okay.
It's just hard.
There's no new game plus, or like
there is.
There
is new game plus, but I don't know if it ups the
difficulty.
I don't know if it. Yeah.
You should bump it up to if you're having that issue with most of the, and that's the thing. I don't want something really hard where it's too difficult.
No, of course.
And I don't want bullet sponges either. Like the only difference, I don't know why. If this is difficult, maybe like this is like a generic idea, but if it's on easy, each character has like 2 attacks that are easy to defend against, and then once you bump it up to medium, they have say 4. Yeah, the 2 easy attacks are still easy to dodge, but then they have like this medium attack or medium difficulty attack that's a little bit difficult to block or whatever. And then when you go up to hard, it's 2 more. So as you're going up in difficulty, you're seeing more animations. You're seeing more.
Yeah, I like that.
Attacks and stuff. And it's a real basic way of dealing with it. But I just don't know. Because you have to see the percentages of how many people play on hard. So would you want to go through your entire game and make enemies have 2 more attacks that only 2% of people are going to see that play your game? Like the percentage of people that actually beat games, it's like below 30 or 20% that get to the end of a game. So who are you making this stuff for? But you sold the game anyway. So do you really care how many people finish your game? Or do you care about the hardcore fans that are going to finish it, that are going to play it all the way through and then tell their friends about it? And those friends are more casual gamers, and they're going to play 20% of the game, 30%. You already made your sale, so does it matter if they beat it? I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like for me, they went very, very safe. I don't understand why. Like there's more negatives in the game than there are positives. Now it's still a cool game. It's still pretty cool. For $60, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It should have been $40. I don't understand how they were able to even. I don't understand how they're able to say, hey, this game is $60, and then their investors, whoever said, yeah, $60. No, they were like, no, you need to change this price right now. Because the game world, like, it seems bigger than it is, but it's not.
Have you beat it already or no?
I'm pretty close.
Okay.
Pretty close.
How many hours into it are you?
I'd have to look at my save, but I want to say maybe 15 to 20.
Okay.
But man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's the crafting is super cool. The crafting, like I said, the crafting like with the guns and the different weapons.
Yeah.
That's like the best feature of the game. And then the combat is the next. Good. Yeah, that's if they didn't have like a good crafting, if it was like basic, the game would be dead. Like it would just have been terrible. Now and then a lot of people don't like the impact of the weapons. There are certain weapons, like heavier weapons, that have a lot more impact. And then you kind of get used to it after a while.
Speaking of game weapon impacts, did you see Dying Light 2 trailer?
Yeah, the gameplay for that. Yeah.
They were like swinging it. It was like.
Yeah, and then their heads like cutting off, and then you actually see the stream of blood. I'm like,
oh, I can't wait for that game. That game.
I know.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
And you saw that? You saw that? You're just like,
yeah, and then
big ass fucking mammoth crushes through the wall. She's just gliding down. I'm chasing everywhere.
I was wondering. Because she hid behind that cover, and I was like, if that mammoth runs into that cover and it doesn't break, I'm gonna scream out loud.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
Yeah.
PlayStation 5. This should be. And then
Oh no,
it runs right
they
through
have
it.
that.
And then I was like,
They have that in Horizon Zero Dawn.
okay,
They'll have like they have
obviously
trees. Okay, listen, sir. This is why you need to play that game. They have trees and like one of the enemies the sawtooth. It's like really big fucking cat.
Yeah.
If it runs at a tree, you'll see the tree fucking burst and just fucking flip everywhere.
That's
like,
pretty cool. What different, did you see how she was navigating the world, like with that claw, the
grapple hook?
The grapple hook, is that in the first one?
Nope, that's new, completely new. Same thing with the glider. It's completely new.
Yeah, I know since Zelda Breath of the Wild,
since
every
Zelda.
game
since
has to have a
Zelda.
glider for some fucking reason.
No, hey, look.
It makes it cool, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
come on,
it's a really cool. But no, I get it. I understand why, because it gives more in-depth experience.
Like
it gives more. Exactly. It gives more in-depth experience with verticality in a game, because you could just make these giant fucking towers and these giant mountains, and that makes people want to explore, because people will, like in Zelda, like I would find myself, I want to go up there just to jump off, and then of course in Zelda you can shield surf. You jump, that shield surf and then go down, and I'm like,
it's just little interactive things like that. Instead of being Assassin's Creed, jumping up there and then jumping off into a pile of hay and then moving on. Like, I'm going to climb up there. Why am I climbing up there? I liked it in Valhalla, because when you went up there, it unlocked certain parts of the area around you.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. So you got a lay of the land. But other than that, it wasn't fun. We've been climbing up tall things and jumping off of them into a pile of hay since the beginning of time.
Yeah, if you could like do like kind of flips, like kind of like little acrobatic flips, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Do you remember it was, I don't know why they didn't keep it in, but before you become an assassin in Valhalla, when he jumped off and went into water, he went like this. Just that simple animation when he dove in and like made himself
just something different
and fell in. I was like, we get to do that now? Something small. But once I became an assassin an hour later, normal dive. Huh? Okay, whatever. Thank you for ruining the really cool thing I like. That was really small.
And then I'm pretty sure you saw the June 9th. You know what's happening then?
Oh, Battlefield?
Battlefield reveal.
I saw that too. Let me see if I can bring that up real quick.
They're going to live stream it.
What have you been hearing?
That's when the reveal is.
That's it? Okay. I didn't know if you heard anything else. This is what I want to...
I read a little bit. They're talking about it's going to be
next week. The long-anticipated announcement of the event takes place June 9th, 7 a.m. PT. 7 a.m. Jeez.
Wow.
It's early. You can make gamers really who like to sleep in get up early. When is June 9th? Let me see what day that is.
It's next Wednesday. I already looked.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Okay, that's interesting. It's a Wednesday morning. The pixelated video effects and bright neon lights seem to tease developer DICE returning to modern combat from Battlefield 6. Ooh, little. I didn't see this.
I haven't seen this. Where's the sound, Chase? I don't hear the sound.
Like how it says. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool sound.
I heard that. I read that it's only going to be called Battlefield.
They're not going to call it Battlefield 6?
That's what I heard. I heard it's just going to be called Battlefield.
Have they ever had just a Battlefield? Is like the very first Battlefield just called Battlefield?
I think so, like the very, very first one.
Battlefield game history. That's a good question. We always end up talking about Battlefield for some reason. Game history.
Battlefield Field?
Battlefield. Oh, Jesus. Hold on.
Yikes.
I didn't know.
They're not a type.
I'm a bad typer. Get off my back. 1942.
I know, it's Battlefield 1942.
Yeah. The first one wasn't called, 1942. Yeah, so it won't mess anything up. Battlefield Online. All of the DLCs and stuff. Yeah. Battlefield 4, Hardline.
So many DLCs. Jesus.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so what is the thing that you would want to see about, what is the number one thing?
The number one thing
that would get your your fan, like people like you who are insanely into Battlefield.
Okay, so
You to be just
two things. Obviously, two things. Obviously, like all-out destruction, like to where I can take down, like topple buildings, like how they did in Red Faction Guerrilla, like that. Second, bodily destruction.
okay. So explain how you would want that to work. Bodily
Bodily
destruction.
destruction, like if someone gets hit with a rocket, their body explodes. Or if like you shoot them in like the leg with a fucking LMG, their leg fucking rips off. If you shoot them in the head, like their head pops, like actually pops, like that. That would be, look, listen, imagine that. Just imagine that. Or if like they get hit with debris, like parts of their body fall. I know that would be, they'd probably need another engine for that. I understand that. But imagine how much better that would make Battlefield. Imagine that. Just imagine.
Or like a big, like a 50 cal sniper rifle, just like blowing parts off you.
Yeah, just blowing apart. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
I would
freak out. I would lose my mind. I would never stop playing that game. I would never ever. That would be the only game I play for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Okay. And then what
Except
I
for
think would
Zero Dawn.
be interesting, because they have the entire like Warzone, not Warzone as in Call of Duty, but like the whole Warzone feel. It feels like there's a whole bunch of different things going on, not just a whole bunch of foot soldiers shooting each other. It has different aspects to it. So they have all that nailed down. Of course, destructibility, but I would want to see the big set pieces be changeable. So like with the skyscraper, it could fall different ways, and then that changes, say, 4 different ways.
That's what the rumor. That's what the rumor is. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, like because I know it says like you can. It takes more people to bring the building down. I was like, I'm not necessarily.
More, yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want more things to do it or bring it down, but just have a skyscraper fall certain ways. I think we said earlier, if you have a blizzard going through the map, it's not the entire map that gets covered in the blizzard. It's a section of it.
Yeah.
Or, and it's different each time. Not, but there's a certain percentage. You have like 3 areas that could be hit by the blizzard. It's a 33% chance for each one, whatever. And it always doesn't hit a dust storm, a dirt storm, maybe like a tornado going through a place, like a dam breaking, but have, but have the dam, have multiple sections of the dam that could break.
Possibly. Yeah.
If
or like
the area differently or more than other.
Have like certain parts just like crack from like bullet and like rocket hits, and like it cracks, and then the water's starting to pour out a little bit.
Yeah, like there's weak points. Really cool. You could maybe there's some kind of controls on the dam. You can overload the dam or something. Yeah. And then it breaks through or floods over the dam. I don't know how dams work, if that's even possible. But
no, yeah.
There's little things like that, or something simple like it's a night map, and then you figure out how to turn off the power to all the electricity, and then if you don't, everyone has to go like say night vision or something.
I remember. You remember when they did they did that with Battlefield 3, is where it was you could shoot out the lights, I think it was, or it was like a dark map, and like go into a building, and then you could wait somewhere, and it was in dark, and then you could turn you could have an attachment, a flashlight attachment, and then you turn on the light, and you would like actually blind someone.
Yeah, it was really, really bright. I mean, like just little things. Like I don't know why they don't do that more, or that's not like a main like staying staying feature in games.
Well, yeah, it
adds more levels to the gameplay. It seems like
that's what's really cool about Battlefield 5 is because they didn't have like flashlight attachments because it was like World War II. But what they did have, like for instance with the M1 Garand, however you want to say it, tomato. So a lot of the time with because the M1 Garand, it was an actual clip that you would put in. You pull back the slide and then or the chamber, and then slide it in, and slide it in and then release. And then a lot of the time, their thumb, and this was real apparently, is World War II. Soldiers would get their thumb caught in the tray. Yeah. Because you pull it back, you have your clip, and then you pull it back and then slide it in, and then you release, and then their thumb would get caught. That happens in Battlefield. It's an animation. It doesn't happen all the time though. It's rare when it happens. It's not just like, oh, every other time you really. No.
That's cool. They added it.
It's just little things like that. Just little things, and that really is, and like it's really cool too. Like he you go to reload and then you release and then you see his thumb. And he goes and he pulls it out and he shakes his hand. I'm like,
yes, just I don't know. Have you? Oh, and then speaking of new games, did you see Far Cry 6?
yeah, Far Cry 6. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. I do like how they have the contrast because with Far Cry 5, Far Cry 5, it wasn't that big of a fan of like the crazy like customizable weapons where like you have the disc. I don't know, especially because like if they had like body dismemberment in Far Cry, then that would make more sense, but they don't. And so having a weapon like that where like I saw in like Far Cry 6, the only thing I didn't like is they had like this weird makeshift like CD shooter, and like she like goes up behind this guy, shoots it, and it hits his leg, and he goes, ugh! And then like it hits his head or his neck, and he just falls. And I'm like, how are you going to show that? Like people should find that out in the game later. How are you going to show that as your part of your gameplay? People are immediately going to say, why isn't there dismemberment? Why is it like, but I do
you're
like
really harping on dismemberment this episode.
yeah, man. Like, well, come on. Like, think about it. Like, if you're gonna have a fucking game that has something like a disc shape or something that represents, like a razor, or you know what I'm trying to say, and you don't have some kind of dismemberment, like that's stupid. There's no point in having that. There's no point. Anyways. But then I do like how they do have a lot of like old weapons, like older like World War II, World War I weapons. So I do like that, like the contrast.
Well, it's supposed to be kind of like Cuba, and so a lot of the
they go back into like the jungles and stuff like that. Of like so that's I'm happy about that.
Yeah, because if you go to Cuba, I've seen like pictures, and then like all the cars are from like the 50s and 60s, because that's when like I guess United States cut ties with Cuba. So like basically it's a time capsule. Because and then that's insane. Everyone just fixed up those cars. So if they have old timey stuff in this game, it's not Cuba, but it is Cuba, because I remember that one. What was it? What Far Cry was it where they got shit for? It's like Bolivia or something like that. I forget what game it was. But Ubisoft made it, and they made it an actual country, and they made like a drug. It was one of the Ghost Recon games with the bald guy with the tattoos. Do you remember? He was all tatted up. It was one of the not Far Cry games, but Ghost Recon.
Okay, yeah, I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Not. Yeah, sorry. Ghost Recon games. It's not Breakpoint, but it was the other one before Breakpoint.
The other one, something World, was it?
I can't remember.
It was right before Breakpoint.
But you basically take down like a drug lord in Bolivia, and Bolivia's the
yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
that country got upset because we're not just a drug. Like that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. They're not saying you're just a drug country.
No, yeah.
Saying,
you do have drugs.
Yeah,
a lot of drugs. Like, what are you talking about?
Just like America. If they can make the game in America too, it's not. They just picked your country because it's a cool terrain and it's different. But so now they went to like fictional places that have, shared similarities between the countries. And now people are reading into that and then saying, oh, you're talking about Cuba? Is Cuba bad? And I'm like, oh, Jesus, they're not talking about that. They just want they just want a cool place to set their game where, but I don't know.
But I mean, Cuba, it's definitely not a good place.
Well, I mean, you're not saying it's not. You're not saying. I mean,
that's not what they're projecting. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, they're not saying those things. It's like is this what you think? Is this a political statement? It's like, no. Oh my God, can we play a game without it being? That's
how everything is, man. That's all that it is. That's how everything is. Everything is taken offensively.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's like I want to play a game. So if the game developers are American, can they only make games in America that are set in America? Like that's
cultural appropriation.
But it doesn't. I don't know. It's weird.
But we're not allowed to make other cultures' food. But don't you want more culture in America? No. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know what we want.
I just think it's people who want to get upset about things, and then that's.
It's these people who have nothing to do, nothing better to do, man. Like, it's just like, that's literally what old people who don't work anymore and stay in their home all the damn time. That's why they stare at the window and get mad at their neighbors. Or like you have these Karens who just get mad at people for literally no reason. Because they literally have nothing else to do. They have nothing to worry about. They probably don't work. They don't do anything all day. I guarantee you make all those people who bitch and complain about all this stuff, make those people work labor work, do construction. They'll go home and not give a fuck about anything. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to shower and go to sleep.
You're like, who's doing something? Oh,
yeah. Oh, okay. I don't care.
Go right to bed.
Go right to bed. That's at least, and that's what I did because I was like 13, 14 when I started working construction. And there'd be days where I'd get home, and I was young. I was a youngin'.
No,
I'd go to bed. I'd go to bed. I'm like, I am young, but I'm showering and going to sleep. Like, I'm tired. I spent all my energy in... Anyways. But yeah, it's just...
It is weird. I do want to tell you about... I got upset at Corie.
Uh-oh.
Twice. Video game upset. Not actually upset. Mm-hmm. Real life, it's disturbingly positive, which concerns me. But that's another story. We were playing Sea of Thieves. Here, she's coming in right now as I'm talking about this. Okay.
She comes in what?
She comes in what? You were saying something? So we were playing Sea of Thieves, and I got upset at her twice. And I want to see if you. This is perfectly timed because she's right there. So if I get smacked.
You can say whatever you want.
I know I can.
I'm ignoring you.
I know I can say whatever I want. Thank you very much. So we were on a sloop. We just signed on. We gathered some supplies. We raised the Reaper flag. We're going after the big Fort of Fortune, the new DLC thing. We're going after that. There was a brig and another sloop there in an alliance already doing the fort. So we go over there. I shoot over there, try to see like, hey, be friendly. Do you want to help? Whatever. We're Reapers. We have the Reaper flag up. So this is not going to work already. So they shoot me. They shoot me twice. They end up killing me. Then we started to just annoy them, right? They'd shoot me over or whatever. We try to we got a rowboat with some gunpowder barrels. They don't sink. They defended it really well. They get pissed and they take both of their ships and leave the island and come after us. So
all right,
like okay, enough of this stuff. And so they flanked us. They didn't like come in at the same time. One went to the right and the other one went to the left. So either way we went, we were screwed. So we were like, oh, we're going to go towards the sloop because it's smaller, right? And then so we went towards the sloop, and then the brig changed course and headed over in our direction. The smaller ship hit our mast, knocked it down. And this is where I got upset at Corie. Okay? Because if the mast goes down, then we're sitting ducks. They can get on our ship. They hit our mast. I'm raising the mast. And I'm saying, I'm raising the mast. The mast is down. I'm raising it. I'm raising it up. She was on the cannons firing. And all she has to do is leave the cannons, turn around, and repair the mast so I can drop the sail. We can get on about our way and get the hell out of there because we're in danger. And when I'm raising the mast, I see her up by the helm, like up here. But she's no longer down by the cannons or the mast. She's up by them. Like it looked like she ran up the stairs. You know, those little set of stairs.
Yeah.
Right, and the mast is right there, or the helm. She looked like she was going to come up there to help me raise the mast up. And the mast is already like almost already at the top. And then so I raise that up, and then I can't lower the sail to go anywhere until she puts the wood in. And so I'm like, hey, I was like, fix the mast. And then it takes her like a second to register, like, okay, it's up, so I got to go down. She goes there, but then by that time, like 3 or 4 guys got on our ship. The brig already got there. The sloop already got there. And they just destroy us. It's not, they all get on our ship. They spawn kill us. And then the 2 other ships put holes in us and then we sink. So I'm just like, why were you, and it was so I was just all, why were you up here? Why were you up?
You just answered your question.
Why were you up here next to me? But it doesn't. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to get Ray's opinion. Okay, stay out of it. So that was one thing. Because I didn't say I need help raising the mast. I just said raising the mast. Mast is down.
Yeah.
And then she came up. I don't know if she got like scramble brained or whatever, got nervous, probably the case.
I think I didn't look at the mask. I was just going up to help you raise it.
See how she talks? See how she can't? So then we've already had this conversation. And then, okay, so, but we were messing around. No big deal. We lost our ship. No treasure on it. Like, we just...
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal at all. But I'm just, like, trying to understand how she thinks. So then that way I can predict... Good luck. Thank you.
At least she understands.
Yeah, so I can predict that and then work around it or work towards her strengths and my strengths. That's what we're trying to do. Because both of us are not good at PvP, or not, like, excellent at it. I'm a little bit better.
Yeah.
But she killed someone. She killed someone. I know.
All right.
I was impressed.
Right.
A couple times.
And then so the next the next one, what was the other time? I'm drawing a blank now. The galleon. The galleon. The first one was Brigand. So we're fighting. So we do a whole other bunch of missions where we have a level 5 Reaper flag, so we can see all the other emissaries on the map. We find a galleon. There's 2 galleons. One doesn't fire at us, right? We're like, hey, let's see if they don't fire at us. So we get into their cannon range. They don't fire. We're like, okay, we're gonna be friends with them. So they raise friendly flag. We alliance, and then we go after the other galleon. The other galleon was more aggressive. So we're going after the other galleon. I hit him with, I get on their ship. We hit him with a few holes. Get on their ship, anchor it. I kill all 4 people by myself. I mean, I was extremely lucky. 4 people by myself. And I'm all, Corie, put holes in them. And she's all, I can't see them because of like the fog or something like that. And that only happens if she's really, really far away. And I'm like, why are you not next to the galleon right now putting holes in it? Why are you not next to it right there? So all the people respawn. They all ganged up on me and killed me. So I go back to the ship, our ship. I swear to God, you could barely even see the galleon. The galleon Corie sailed so far away from the galleon because it was medium. It was such a small, and I'm just like, do you know how hard it is to get on a galleon, just to get on one, anchor them, and kill all 4 people? Like that was our one shot, our one opportunity.
They got him eventually.
See how she doesn't shut up?
We got him eventually.
Yeah, now you're ruining the story. Hey, hey. So we get up to the other. This is a long story, but this is it. Got upset at her about that. I'm like, what are you thinking? Trying to understand what she's doing. So then we catch back up with the galleon. We hit him with an anchor ball. She hit all 3 of their masts, like back to back. I mean, she has these highs where I'm like, this is unbelievable. And then
we're having sex right now.
Yeah, it is pretty hot when she does these things. But we were pulling up on the galleon. She's like one chain shot, boom, hits the mast, middle mast falls. She hits the front mast, that mast falls. She hits the back one. I'm like, who is this person? And then she sails the boat like 20 nautical miles away and then fires the cannons. I want to be safe. I want to feel safe. I'm like, that is not a good strategy at all. But it was pretty cool. We hit him with the anchor ball. We harpooned him, and then we circled him with the harpoon, and then we hit him with we had the big old, I don't know if you've seen it, the big phantom cannonballs with like the face, the mouth. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't think so.
It's called like a wraith ball. It puts like 4 or 5 holes in a ship. It's basically like a gunpowder barrel, and you can shoot. Yeah, you get it from if you defeat Flameheart, the big red pirate head in the sky. He's talking everything.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If you beat him, you get like these special cannonballs. So we hit him with that, and that thing like almost flipped the whole damn boat over. Like it hits him with a big old impact. I get on board, they sink, we get their, emissary flag, and everything was fine. But I'm just sitting there thinking, like, the time before that, what were you thinking when you were, like, you thought we could sink them, a galleon. You need to hit them, like, a bunch of times real quick with cannonballs. And you're, like, shooting from far, waiting. I'm like, that's not helping. That's not helping at all. So, after all that huge long story about Corie's, how do you think I can communicate with her or get her into a place where she like listens and reacts accordingly, other than practice, I'm assuming, other than just doing it over and over?
Honestly, okay, for me, okay, so what I've noticed for me is, say, like, because like when me and Dillon play, it's really weird. Because I'll get like that too. Like I'll get confused like in certain situations. It doesn't happen all the time, but there are times like, for instance, I'll like sometimes when I used to play Apex, like we would like me and Dillon would be playing, and I'd get like into like this. We'd be in this huge battle, and like Dillon and like my other team would go down, and like I'm trying to like, and then like there'd be another like an enemy teammate down, and I'm like I turn to the enemy teammate, and I'm trying to shoot him and kill him. But I'm like shooting him, and nothing's happened. I'm like, why are they not dying? And Dylan's like, that's me! You're shooting me! I'm like, damn it! And then I'll die. And so, honestly, for me, what kind of helps me, if say, I don't know, if I play with Dillon, if I'm getting upset, he usually doesn't really say something. But if he does, if he's noticing that I'm getting too upset, he'll calmly say, Ray, remember, he'll just kind of bring to my attention, be like, look, you're getting too upset, you're getting too nervous, whatever it is, try to calm down. And then like, well, I mean, in the heat of the moment, you can't like take a break. But for me, at least, that's what helps me. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've tried that. But I mean, I understand, like I said, I understand where like with her, like, I mean, you had two fucking boats next to you, and like your mass is down. So like, I get like, but yeah, I get where you're frustrated. I get that.
How she can get like nervous and not know what to do. So I just say like stay on the cannons and repair the mast, like two things. So
or maybe give her like maybe like give her it, say if we get into a fight, if we get like have like your set rolls, if the mast falls, you'll bring it up and she'll repair. Like so then she has it in her head before it even happens.
That's what I'm thinking. I didn't. Yeah, we didn't clarify roles prior.
Sure. Yeah, just do that because then she knows immediately what to do. So but
we
yeah,
don't have to communicate it. So
yeah, exactly. So you don't have to say it in the heat of the moment.
I'm pretty sure we were going to die anyway because it was 5-on-2.
Well, yeah, of course. But you know,
it was like when we make errors or whatever, and then that we die because of that reason. That's why when I'm like, I don't get upset at us, but I just get upset at the situation. Like, I wonder what would have happened
of course.
if we would have got that perfect. Like if we would have did that perfect.
Yeah, if he would have just been on it, and then you know then. But yeah, it's just another thing too is because she basically started playing. She started with video games in Sea of Thieves, right? Like heavily playing, right?
Yeah.
So like for us, you and I, we started out playing competitively. Like so that's why like you and I mean I know you understand that, but for me just saying it out loud, I understand why you and I react better in certain situations because we've already been in, especially like the old COD days where like you go in the lobbies and just people just saying whatever they
It was like 10 seconds of you can hear everybody just screaming at each other.
Yeah,
like before
there was
the game
actually
launched.
There's actually this stupid fucking TikTok I was watching because a lot of the time that like there'll be like this video and then someone will be reacting to the video or like respond to the video, and it was this fucking dumb bitch. She was like holding the phone. She goes, "We need to start telling ugly men," and she brings down that they're ugly. And then the dude, he responds and he's like, basically what he said, he's like, "Look, men who are ugly already know that they're ugly." He's like, "But you better be." He's like, "Men, we when we say something, if you want to say something mean to us, we're gonna say something to kill, all right? And men have a lot of thicker skin than women do, okay?" He's like, "So you better be prepared for what's gonna come next."
With at least like confrontation, I would say that. I would say men are, on average, we talk shit to each other more than women do.
Yeah.
Women say shit behind each other's backs.
Yeah, they don't say. They bring them up. "Oh, girl, you look so good," and they turn around.
But the shit they say behind each other's backs are way more personal.
Yeah.
Way more, I would say, vicious and life ruining than what men say to each other's faces.
And it was just funny because I got a good amount of likes on it. But what I said, I was like, what this bitch doesn't realize is most of us have grown up in the old COD lobbies. Saying we're ugly is a compliment. Like we consider that nice.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this person likes me. They're talking shit to me.
Exactly.
It was one of the things I did my brother's. Oh, you're a little blurry. You want to fix it? Speaking of ugly, there you go. Hey, there's your ugly face.
Now you can really see my.
But I did my brother's wedding best man speech or whatever,
Yeah.
And so I tried to just make it like a roast, like make fun of him. And
Sure.
and in there, one of the things I told him it was good that he made fun of me. It was like the one benefit of you just like reaming on me was that if it built like a defense wall. So when I went out into the world, if anyone said anything, it wasn't anything compared to the to the trauma that my older brother put me through. So I was like, oh, my brother made fun of way worse things than you. That doesn't bother me. So instead of getting into altercations because someone called me a son of a bitch or like bumped into me, or I'm just like, okay, this is normal. This is fine. This is normal.
And it's funny too is I actually exactly what you just said is because like I get into a lot of arguments, and I like to poke touch.
Yeah, you're an internet troll, is what you are.
Yeah, I love doing it. Like I said, man, I can't do it. I would do it in real life, but I don't fucking talk to anyone in real life. So I'm just on the internet. I'm like, hey, this person said something fucking stupid. I'll just fucking make fun of them. But a lot of time I like to just use like real basic logic, and they get real upset too. That's what makes it even funnier. Like when I do that, when I use just like basic logic, they'll instantly just go to name calling. Like I'm gonna take what a fucking bald fat guy says seriously, and I'm like, oh wow, I've never heard that before, huh? And it literally doesn't affect me, and I'm like,
that's what's good. That's what's good about it, and then that's one of the reasons I think that they say bullying, like obviously bullying is bad, but there is something about running into difficult people in difficult situations that builds your character for the next time. So if you never got bullied or made fun of, and then you become 35 years old, and then someone makes fun, and you're crushed,
Ricky,
because you've. Did you see that video of him with it was you don't have Instagram. He did some weird video where the background was the Fast and Furious crew from the very first Fast and Furious. And it's like when you're rolling with your boys or something, and it had like the Fast and Furious music, and then they're all posing like in the video they're posing for like the picture for the movie or whatever. But then like he fits himself into it like he's part of the crew. And it had something to do with like Grand Theft Auto 5. It's like when your crew shows up in Grand Theft Auto 5 when you're online and you need it. And I swear you need to get an Instagram just to follow Ricky. It is so funny. Like it's funny. I don't know if he's serious or if he's making fun of himself. I'm not too sure. Either way, I enjoy it. It's entertaining. It's entertaining for me. I'll like it and I'll comment on it. I'll click on it. Fine.
He might be serious.
I don't know if he's thinking like, oh, he definitely looks cool, or if he's trying to make like a viral Instagram, TikTok thing. I have no idea what he's trying to do, but it's funny.
Partner on Twitch.
Yes,
I saw that one. Well.
He's so funny, and I don't know, but some people they're trying to be entertaining and they're funny for a different reason, or at least for me. But it's still entertaining, so I don't want them to stop. Like I don't want someone to make fun of him in a way that ruins his
he stops
spirit.
doing it. Yeah. Well, the whole
I don't get entertainment out of it.
The whole thing is there is a difference between laughing with someone and laughing at them.
But I know, but like you still get to me, it's still a laugh. It's still entertainment.
Well, of course.
I don't if I'm up there and if I'm trying to be entertaining or funny to a certain point, and then I do something else happens to where people are laughing at me, but for some other reason, okay, I'm still getting people to laugh. Like it's not
fitness gamer.
I don't know. I love the guy. I want him to keep doing what he's doing. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That guy. Oh, that guy's a character for sure. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? I don't think. Let me see in my notes here. I thought I had some other to talk about. Oh, this is interesting. You know, remote play. How if your Xbox is playing a game, you can stream it to your phone over your Wi-Fi. Have you tried that at all?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
Okay, I would I'll try to remind you to do it. So I use it and it's fine. It works fine. There's a little bit of lag, but not really.
Yeah,
Yeah, so when I go to the bathroom and I'm on the toilet for 20 minutes, I'll just put Jurassic World on and play it.
20 minutes.
20. So
You gotta clip that. Put that on.
that was good timing. That was good timing.
Did she just laugh out the door?
Yeah. Don't let it go to your head. Don't let it go to your head though.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny once or twice. So when I play it, it's fine at the house, and I thought, well, is it because the Xbox is on? So I turned the X. What was that?
It's just a little armrest for my keyboard.
I see this thing like coming to the screen.
Yeah.
I was like,
Woo.
what is that?
Like, anyway, sorry.
So yeah, interrupting me, being rude. You would flip out if I did that to you. So, nah, I'm not emotional.
You a bitch.
I'm not sensitive. So this was interesting. My Xbox was off. My Xbox. You're making it blurry again, you son of a bitch.
I'm not even moving.
You did move. You moved towards the screen. So the Xbox was off. The Series X was off, and I started up remote play, and it still worked. So the Xbox was off, which is what making me wonder, like, where is it taking? My Xbox is off. So how am I playing this game from a system that's off if it's in some kind of sleep mode? So then I think, well, does that mean I can play it at my mom's? When I go to my mom's for the weekend, if I can play it on her Wi-Fi and it just connects. But it didn't. So I was like, maybe you have to be at the home network.
Maybe you have to be in a range. Yeah, it's probably the home network. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Probably
But then I'm thinking it'll be
But
awesome.
then, because the you know how you could the Android Play. Remember, I told you but those only certain games. You can't play all games.
Well, yeah, you can.
It's like only the Games Pass games.
Yeah, you can go from the cloud, and you're basically playing a game off of the Xbox's server. You're playing an Xbox that is somewhere else. You're playing it off that, and they're streaming you the video feed. So why can't you do that with your own Xbox?
Yeah, I know.
That's what
eventually we're able to play wherever.
Yeah, but I don't know if I like the experience on the phone. I don't know if they'll ever get it to where it's maybe with the next, what was it, the next, 5G or what is it? Like the big next, I forget what it is, the big next, internet download speed for cell phones.
6G?
No, it's something else. They call it something else. I forget what it is.
5GC.
Yeah, LTE 5G. I forget what it's. Anyways, I don't know. I haven't kept up with cell phone. I still have a Galaxy S7, so I could care less what the new phones do.
The Galaxy S7 was a good phone. I really like that one.
I know. I like it too. I'm still using it. Nothing wrong with it. I don't like it when they're so big. They're so big. I hate that having that in my pocket. And then and another thing I wanted to talk to you about. So try the remote play and see if it works on I want to see if it's better on your nice phone because I get network interruptions sometimes. I'm wondering if it's my phone or my.
It could be your phone. It could.
Could be
we'll see.
I have no idea. That's why I wanted you to try it out. But you'll probably forget and not play it like you did Call of the Sea, which you have to do a little quick review on because you finally played 20 minutes of it. Congratulations. So, Steam, when I asked you about...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
When your Steam login... No. Danny, he was like, yeah, I can share games with up to 5 people.
You can? Holy shit!
Yeah, that's your face, right? Yeah.
What,
you should have known that, PC gamer.
First of all, I didn't. I had a feeling you could do it with like 1 or 2 people, but I didn't know fucking 5. I didn't know 5. That's crazy.
He said 5, and then also I found this. There's some app to where it takes away the advertisements on YouTube.
Huh.
Yeah, so I got that downloaded, which is nice. So Danny's been
really
very helpful lately. Very, very helpful.
Is Danny going to share his?
Yeah, I'm going to text him later today and ask him about his password and his sign-in.
Please. Please.
I'm just going to play City Skylines. That's all I'm going to play.
Friendship, play Horizon Zero Dawn. Friendship.
If he's got it, yeah, sure.
If he doesn't have it, he's an idiot.
Well, then I'll have your Steam thing. And then if you don't want to share with me, I'll know that you're not really my friend.
No, because like I said, what I have to do is I have to because it's really weird with Steam. There's like you have like your username and then like your
ID or whatever.
Yeah, your ID. And so I don't know which one I have to use to actually sign into my Steam where I have all the stuff.
Okay. I'll figure out how it works with Danny and then let you know how it.
Well, yeah, text him and ask him if he has Horizon Zero Dawn, because you could use controller. You could plug in your controller. All you need is just a C port. You got to have C port though.
I can't do.
You should have that. You might be able to. Well, no, actually, with Bluetooth, I mean, you could try on your PC, but what I've seen for wireless is you have to have an actual
Dongle.
wireless. No. It's a wireless little adapter that you
Okay.
plug into the USB port, and then it syncs. But I just use regular. I didn't want to. I think those are like $20-$30. I didn't want to do that,
Yeah,
so
when you
I
have a
just
cord.
plugged it in. Yeah, I just plugged it in. But like I said, obviously it's it's C port, and then.
Yeah, I got that.
Now, what do you have? Do you have C port to C port? Because I think the charger for the controller, I think the yours came with the C port to C port, right? No,
I didn't get there's no cord that came with my controller.
that's weird. But yeah, you're gonna have to get a C port because obviously. Now I don't know if your laptop if it has the C port to A, or if it's C port to C port.
I have USB. I think I have a USB
Yeah.
to C port. That should be fine. Right?
USB A to C.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, because I mean, you could if you don't have one, you just go down to Target and fucking find one. Just USB A to C.
I have one of
Just
those
go to
little ports that have the multiple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and because I know like if you try to play Horizon Zero Dawn on mouse keyboard, you're gonna be like, okay, I don't want to do this. So just stick with controller.
Yeah, like watching
that takes a long time.
Watching the Forbidden West made me want to go play Horizon Zero Dawn because I all these little different things I saw. I was like, oh, that's kind of. And then I wanted to know because I saw the character shooting the bow and arrow at the machines, and I'm wondering like where's each one's weak point. And then when she walked up to it and then hacked it, I knew you could do that, but then I'm wondering. Obviously, that's an ability you get. Can you hack all of them? Or in the first one, can you only hack certain machines? Because she hacked the raptor, which is kind of cool. Now they have the raptor. I don't know if the raptor's in the first one, but like has feathers now because the dinosaurs, they're finding out that they had feathers. So it's kind of cool.
That dude, like,
and the developers see that and then add it into the game.
That's another reason why I say Horizon Zero Dawn is basically a perfect game, is because every aspect that you look at in the game is
it's like
10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's thought out.
10 out of 10 is the combat. The story is by far one of the best stories I've ever seen in any video game, hands down. Like, I really like the storyline to God of War, obviously, but I would say Horizon obviously is, you already know that's one of my favorite games, if not my most favorite. But the storyline for that is my favorite, right next to Control.
Yeah. Right
next to Control, because Control is I mean, you already know Control is incredibly intriguing. And Control, even I mean, like they have recordings for Horizon Zero Dawn, but even in Horizon Zero Dawn, I didn't read all the text. In Control, I did. I read every single one. Anytime I picked one up, I read it every single time.
Yeah, because there's just little documents. Good storytelling and good gameplay, or not good gameplay, but just good narrative. Have you played? Sorry to cut you off. What were you gonna say?
No. It's fine. It's fine.
I played Prey. I wanted to try that. Have you played that at all?
Yeah, I played it. I like it. I definitely like it. I don't know
Did you get Bioshock vibes?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely.
But Bioshock vibes.
Yeah, but I don't know. The movement is definitely is a little weird, and like I don't know.
The goo, I like fighting goo.
Yeah, well, I because they're like I really like how they'll turn into like little cups or like plates, and then you'll see them like fly around. That's really cool. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then it'll just appear. That's really cool. That's completely different. But I don't like the goo. I don't know. I really can't. It's weird. I don't know what it is. I can't get into it. I can't just really invest. Like I'll play it a little bit. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then after a while, I'm just like, this is like Bioshock. But it's not.
But I don't know. It's good. Yeah, like Bioshock is one of my favorite game series of all time.
Same with my brother Josh. Actually, that was one of his favorites.
Yeah, it's on sale right now, like the collection, and I just want to buy it. It's like for $10 or something like that. All 3 games.
You know what's really funny? Actually, I remember I
wanted to buy that.
I played a good amount of the other Bioshocks, but I didn't get heavily into them. But it was Bioshock Infinite that I got really heavy into, and then because I played that and I beat it. And then I remember, the ending, it was like all the lighthouses that you would visit were different dimensions. And then you go into the lighthouse and it was other areas of the other Bioshocks. I was like, oh my god, one of the coolest things I've ever, dude. I was like, are you kidding me?
The DLC to one of the Infinites was like you go back to. Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, you go back to what was it called? Starts with an R.
Yeah,
What's the city? What's the?
Is it Rapture?
Rapture. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. I was like Remedy. No, that's who made.
Yeah, that's who made
that you like. But you actually go back to Rapture before its demise, and so you see it.
That's really cool.
It's all nice and whatever. I was like that.
Yeah, man. So that was really, really cool. But yeah, it's So dude, you got to, because like I said, you got to play Horizon Zero Dawn, because I mean, obviously you're gonna have to play it because Horizon Forbidden West is coming out, and if you ever do buy a PS5, then you can play Horizon Forbidden West.
Well, hopefully they start releasing their games on PC. They're old. I can play God of War. I can play Uncharted. I already played all the Uncharted's because you let me your PS4. Was it your PS4 or your PS3?
3, actually.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had your PS4.
But
might have been PS4. Not too sure. Played the first Last of Us. I got to play Last of Us 2. I want to play Days Gone. That's on PC.
Yeah, it's 50 right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully Danny has all those. But that's about an hour. We'll wrap it up here. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else?
No, that's pretty good.
That's good. All right. Sorry for the long Sea of Thieves story, but I just had to get my frustration out on Corie and seeing how I could communicate with her better. Hopefully, hopefully you can join us one of these nights. Today. Well, anyways, this has been another episode of the Video Games and Nonsense podcast. Again, I'm Chase Carter. That's
Raymond Woods.
We appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, bye!
And meeting for all.
We start arguing with each other. Man, you were fucking annoying. You kept interrupting.
You talked shit about my long Sea of Thieves story. No one wants to hear about that. Go to work. Tired of you. I remember